Hello there, welcome back to my channel, and I'm here to open up another box from CGC. Now I'd sent 4 comic books down to CGC to get signed by legendary writer Chuck Dixon. Now all 4 comics are related to Birds of Prey, but this one I did not send down, even though this should have been sent down, because it's the main key issue of the whole title of Birds of Prey. The reason I never sent this one down, and I was like, I should. It's Chuck Dixon. He started this. And the reason I did not send this particular issue down was because at the last page, the corner is bent. There's a color break, I guess you could say. And there's a minor itty bitty rip on that bent corner, which means this is not a high grade issue, even though it's a key issue. It's I'll send it down eventually, but it'll be a blue label, but I came very close. Now Mr. Chuck Dixon wrote this one, he wrote the miniseries, he wrote 2 other one-shots before DC gave him the go-ahead of a regular series related to Birds of Prey. So this is why this is like this was the first of the title of the team up between Black Canary and Oracle, formerly known as Batgirl. But yeah, I came very close. But I knew it was not going to be a high grade. So I pick and choose, like, what other, in Birds of Prey title run, what other comic books I think would come a high grade that he could sign it and come back as a high grade. So that's what these 4 books are. But I'm losing my voice now. I came so close. But so Birds of Prey lasted 121 issues, almost 10 years, which is very impressive. In this day and age, you're lucky to get a new character to run 7 issues before it gets cancelled. But this is the first volume of Birds of Prey. So it looks like nothing, there's no damage on the outside. So far I've had 1 damaged slab through the mail, which isn't that bad. Save the bubble. And these would be the new slabs with the greater notes on the back end. So let's go. Nice. And the only appearance is a Jane Bard appearance. You can see where he signed. And this is the first issue at a 9.4. White pages. There is no greater notes at all. 9.4. And this is a 20-year-old book. It was released in January of 1999. .4. This is a Chuck Dixon, of course, and then you had Gary Land and I can't spell that last name. Drew. If you can see it. Oh, too blurry. Anyhow. Drew Garrissey? But yeah, this is the first issue out of 121 issues of the first volume of Birds of Prey. This is awesome. 9.4. I sent the second issue. So both comics were in the same bag. Because if I bagged, like I said before, if I bagged and bought individually each comic, I would not have the room for my comics. I don't have the space. So this is both of them are in the same bag. This is the second issue. You signed there, Mr. Chuck Dixon. .6 white pages. This is the back end. Black. So they get critiqued a little bit more. So this is another over 21 years. Another old book. 9.6. This is going on the wall. This is awesome. Actually, what was that? I should see what the back end of this one. See this? The first one was white. I didn't see if there. I don't know if I can see any spine ticks, but it doesn't matter. It's an old book, and I had all four of them pressed as well through CCS. And this is the white page back end. Okay. Now this one here, as I mentioned before, one-shots. So you had the first one-shot, and then they did a couple more, two more one-shots, and you had the miniseries. Oops. Let's do this one here. .6 again. Now this is a Gary Frank cover. This is a nice book. That's where he signed. And this is the back. James Bond. You can see the barcode for the, if there are graded notes, but there are none. No graded notes. There's a nice cover. And he signed all of them on June 15th, 2022. That's so funny. Like you could have Batgirl, but no Batgirl movie. We'll never know what that was like. 9.6. Again, this was likely in another in a bag with another comic. This is going up on the wall. It's kind of heavier because it is a one shot. Feels heavier. And see, this one was released in 1998. So this is a 24-year-old comic book. 24 years. 9.6. Oops, I should. The glare. Now this last one was released in 2002, and this was issue 42. And this was, I sent this one in because I just enjoyed the cover. Yeah, and this is the cover. That's Power Girl on the cover. You can tell she's not too happy. So basically in the story, it's a team up with Power Girl and the Birds of Prey, and it didn't do well. But it was a nice cover. You could tell that she was kind of sad, and that's where he signed. You could see where he signed. And 9.8 white pages. And like I said, there's no grader notes. The barcode's in the back. But I was shocked. Like, this is a 20-year-old book, and I'm lucky to pull off a 9.8. Because I read this a few times. I sent this one in because I enjoyed the cover, and it's definitely going up on the wall. But yeah, there's a good unboxing for all these four, really. These are all old books. Oh, and this is the back end. $9.8 on a 20-year-old book. So yeah, I came close. But this, with the damage on the back on the last page, I knew this was not going to be a high grade where I'd get back 9.4s and 9.6s. Let alone a 9.8. But I will eventually send this one in. Just because I bought it. You know, I bought it almost 23 years ago. I read it a few times, and somehow along the line I accidentally bent the last page. No! But it's frustrating in this day and age where, like, there's no Birds of Prey title. That's the sad thing. But, so that's it. Until we meet again, which hopefully be maybe in November. Sent a few more books in to get signed by other artists. So yeah, catch you guys later.